So in this video, I'm gonna sculpt these 3 ceramic bongs, but I'm gonna make it interesting. I'm gonna sculpt this one for a minute, this one for an hour, and this one for a day, and see what I come up with creatively. So, bong number 1, 1 minute challenge, let's go. So I'm feeling a little nervous about this, but let's go ahead and do it. So we got 1 minute on the timer, and start. So the idea is just to do a bunch of random lines to just give it some texture. So then when I go over it with glaze, it'll look, I think, cool. You have 10 seconds. All right. Jeez. That was hectic. I think it might turn out kind of cool. So let's go ahead and glaze it. I'm gonna do an underlay of raspberry mist and then a little bit of sea salt on top to kind of make it mix together and look cool. At least that's what I'm hoping for. All right, I'm really happy with how this came out. And the little grooves that I put in there, it feels kind of cool tactically to touch. I love the white kind of dripping down, gives it a little bit more contrast than all pink. Happy with this guy. All right, time for challenge number 2. We have a nice blank bong, 1 hour on the clock. Let's go ahead and do this. I feel so much more relaxed about this one. I think an hour is gonna be enough time for what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of making coils go around the bong, all the way around it, and they're gonna look like little waves. I think it'll look really cool and aesthetic after it's dried and has a cool glaze on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a bunch of coils, roll them out, and then start designing it. A coil about this thickness should work. So I'm gonna go ahead and score, and then I need to score this piece. So now I'm gonna take this slip, which is just water and dried up clay, and it's gonna act like the glue, which is going to glue all these little coils to the bong. So we have the first little coil, and we are 10 minutes in. This one took a while. I need to pick up the pace, holy crap. It's funny doing these, you just have to think really quick about where you want the piece to go and then just put it down and hope it works. Usually I like to take my time where I put stuff, but obviously for this, it does not matter. All right, we are 33 minutes. This is coming along way better than I thought. I feel like I'm not as stressed with the time because it's looking pretty good. Halfway there, still got a lot of time. 14 minutes left. We're just going to fill in the holes of this, and I think it's gonna look super good. I'm so happy with this so far. Way happier than I would have thought this went. Okay, I got 2 minutes and about 50 seconds left. I'm gonna go ahead and just go over this with a paintbrush and clean it all up, make sure it looks nice. So I just want everything else to look smooth. But I think my time management was pretty good on this. All right, and that is the hour. Okay, so 1 hour bong complete. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I think the lines look super good and they flow pretty nicely for just throwing them together real quick. Let's go ahead and glaze this and bring it to life. We're gonna do Riptide and Ivy. And do Ivy on the bottom, Riptide on top. I don't know how this is gonna look. I've never done this before. So let's see. This glaze is definitely my favorite. I think it came out so cool. It looks like the ocean, but the only downside is this. I glazed too much and it dripped too much down and it ripped off the bottom. So that wrecked this bong. But overall, it still looks really freaking good. So very proud of this one as well. I think the colors look really cool together and it kind of just like flows with the wave kind of look of the bongs. Okay, so this is the 3rd challenge. I have a blank bong and we are gonna do this for a whole day. So I'm gonna work on it for 8 hours today, which seems like way too much time. I'm going to add so much detail to this and we will see how it goes. So it is 8 a.m. and I'm gonna work on this till 4. Let's go. So first things first is we're gonna make a ton of coils. I'm gonna have this one kind of have a similar theme like the last Bong, but we're gonna have a lot more of those coil waves around it. The whole thing's gonna have it. And I kind of want them to swirl like the sky in Van Gogh's Starry Night. This is what I have envisioned in my head. We'll see how it actually turns out. Now we start the fun part, which is just adding them to the Bong. I might start down low and work my way up. I think that'll be easier. $10 a.m. So 2 hours down. I think it's looking really good. We got 2 swirls in there. I think I need to add some swirls over here. We're just gonna keep on rolling. I'm still working with the same coils I rolled out like 2 hours ago. They're still working. They haven't dried out much. Leave a comment down below at what hour you think I'm gonna be completely over this. So far, we're still doing well. I know I'm gonna hit a wall at some point. Alright, it's 10:52. Battery's about to die. I just used up all my pre-made coils, so I think it's a good time to take a break. So it is 11:37. Took a little bit longer upstairs than I wanted, but I ate. I feel so much better. My back feels refreshed, my body feels refreshed, so I am ready to continue on this. We're almost halfway through. I need to probably pick up the pace a little bit. Alright, so I'm at the point of the carb hole. So the carb hole I can't totally cover up because you know your thumb or your finger needs to be there to use it, right? So I don't think it's smart to put these really close to the carb hole. So I'm thinking about just putting this one here, kind of creating this kind of cool square shape. I don't want to get too close because people's fingers are different sizes, and so we don't know who's going to be using it. I was wondering at what point I'd feel thoroughly over this. 1 o'clock. I'm over it. I don't want to do this anymore. This is obnoxious. Alright, I can't do the whole 8 hours. 8 hours was ambitious, but this is what we're working with, and I'm very happy with it, and I don't know what else to add to it. So I left this spot open. I think it looks really, really good, and I'm really happy with it. And I think 6.5 hours of sculpting is still considered pretty damn close to a day of sculpting. I'm done. I'm not gonna sculpt for a while. Gonna let this guy dry, and then we're gonna glaze it and fire it and see how it looks. So for the 1 hour Bong, we're gonna do 2 glazes. It's gonna consist of Aurora Green and Smoke. And we're gonna start with a couple layers of smoke, do Aurora Green over it, and kind of layer it on there and give it a nice earthy look. All right, I'm really happy with how this came out. I think the brown on the lines and the green underneath looks really cool. And it actually didn't come out how I envisioned in my head, but I love the way it looks. I kind of think I made this a little bit too big. Could have done some swirls here, but still, I think it's okay. It kind of breaks it up in a kind of a funky way, which is fun. Some people may not like it, but the swirls on the back look really good. I'm just really, really happy with this overall. 1 day Bong complete. All right, so that concludes our video. Let me know which Bong is your favorite. I'd love to know what you guys think as well. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.